Hello, folks. Welcome to another edition of Carolina Panthers Talk, hosted by yours truly, Blitzball Champ, brought to you by Blitzball Champ Gaming here on the U to the 2. So, wanted to talk about two quick things in this video. First, want to say that it's been official that son of former Carolina Panthers tight end Greg Olsen, TJ Olsen, is out of the hospital. He's out of surgery and he is home after a successful heart transplant. So praise God for that. Thankful that he is doing well, and actually got it posted. I'll share the article into the description. But yeah, 8-year-old son of Carolina Panthers retired Carolina Panthers tight end Greg Olsen went home on Wednesday, less than 2 weeks after successfully undergoing heart transplant. And apparently, he was at Levine Children's Hospital in Charlotte, North Carolina, and he got a chance to ring the bell that patients often do when they're released. So he got a chance to do that. And you can also follow that on Greg Olsen's Instagram as well. So, what a blessing. Good to see that little TJ, made it through the heart transplant and that he is home. So, prayer changes things. Prayer works. So, praise God for that. And I hope that he continues to do well, and hope that this heart will last longer, and he won't have any complications, and that everything will continue to go well. So glad that the family's doing well. Kudos to you, little TJ Olsen. And another one of our rookies, another one of our rookie draft picks got signed in the form of Terrace Marshall Jr. So yes, his rookie contract is now official. He has agreed to the terms of a 4-year deal Thursday morning. And I got the article here. But yeah, of course, he was a second rounder, drafted out of LSU, and was well known to Panthers offensive coordinator Joe Brady, who is our current coordinator, after putting up big numbers in a star-studded cast for 2019 national champions. Of course, he played with Justin Jefferson and Jamar Chase as well. Now I know there were a couple of questions when it came to him during training camp with his health and everything. That he's kind of gone through some issues in the past, but they were taking their time with him. And honestly, y'all, I know some people weren't too big of a fan of his drafting, especially with the second round pick. But you know what? 6'2", 200 pounds, and runs a 4.3. I mean, you got to look at it this way. He's joining a wide receiver core that had two of its receivers get 1,000 yards receiving last season in DJ Moore and Robbie Anderson. Which we still have Robbie Anderson, at least for this season, but he's in his last year. DJ Moore is our number one. And then, of course, we picked up Shi Smith. We got Tommy Tremble, which it's been said that he's not only a run blocker, but he can catch as well. So, Terrace Marshall has an opportunity to really make an impact. They were saying that the Panthers now have a solid starting group with DJ Moore and Robbie Anderson. But you throw in Terrace Marshall, gives him another big target. I mean, another 6-footer gives him a big target. And apparently, word is that Sam Darnold, apparently, he's been getting into a groove in training camp. That's what the word is. So, I mean, I look at it like this. Look back at the Super Bowl appearance, the last Super Bowl appearance Carolina had. I mean, look at the receivers. Ted Ginn Jr., Devin Funchess, Jericho Cotchery, Philly Brown. Not really any big names when you think about it. I mean, yeah, Ted Ginn Jr., you know, is known for his special teams, punt return, kickoff returning, and his, the deep ball. And Jericho Cotchery means longtime receivers, known as a possession receiver. But I mean, these weren't big names. And you have to remember that previous year, Kelvin Benjamin had a 1,000-yard receiving season. And he ended up going down for the season during the preseason. Or not during the preseason, but during practice/training camp. So, I mean, this could be another one of those situations where, some names that aren't considered big may end up stepping up and making plays. And when you look at Terrace Marshall Jr., when you look at Shi Smith, these guys can potentially step up in the receiving core and really make impact. So I really hope the best for Terrace Marshall Jr. I mean, with his size, I mean, they could mix up his position. They could line him in the slot, or they could line him up on the outside. I think there's some flexibility there. That's very possible. But I think on paper, let me just take a look at the receiving core. I'm curious to really see what we have right as of right now. So Robbie Anderson, Omar Bayless, Ventel Bryant, Ishmael Hyman, Keith Kirkwood, Terrace Marshall Jr., Markin Michelle, David Moore, DJ Moore, CJ Saunders, Micah Simon, Shi Smith, Brandon Zylstra. So, I mean, that's just an idea of what we have in the receiving core. And like I said, I know we just recently gave a couple of folks mini camp tryouts, but I like this receiving core, y'all. I really do. I think this receiving core has an opportunity to really make an impact. I mean, you already saw what DJ Moore and Robbie Anderson did, and we didn't even have a winning season. So, just imagine what we could do now. And especially if Sam Darnold can, be successful, whatever mistakes, get them cleaned up ASAP. I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful. But let me know what y'all's thoughts are. How do y'all think Terrace Marshall Jr. will do? We got his deal signed. He's good to go, or he's agreed to terms, if I can be specific. But it says there's one other thing it said. It said we're still waiting on two more, Tommy Tremble and Brady Christensen, that still haven't agreed the terms. So hopefully they'll be taken care of soon. I know there's been a lot of good things said about Tommy Tremble. Brady Christensen, they say, is kind of, I guess, is kind of iffy, but we'll see. But those are the only two that haven't been agreed to terms yet. So we'll see if they get taken care of soon. Anyway, that's all that I have. What do y'all think of Terrace Marshall Jr.? You think he'll be a success? Bust? What do you think of the receiving core that we had now that we have him added to the list? Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you don't miss a video. Thank you so much for watching this edition of Carolina Panthers Talk, brought to you by Blitzball Champ Gaming, hosted by Blitzball Champ in the flesh. Take care. Hope everybody has a blessed weekend. See ya.